Hello, guys. Today I'm going to be talking to you about why we should be taking our business to Toronto, Canada. First, let's start off with some city information. They have a population of about 2.6 million people, and the main language spoken there is English. Now let's go over some of the history of Toronto, Canada. They were founded in 1834. They are the capital of Ontario, and they're located on the northwestern shore of Lake Ontario, and they border the United States. Um, they are the commercial, finance, industrial, and cultural life capital of Canada, too, which is great for business as we are trying to get into. Next, let's go over some things about their economy. So, Canada's business and financial capital. So basically, Canada is the business and financial capital of the whole of Canada, which is a great thing for us trying to get in there for some business. They are the second largest financial services center in Northern America. Also, since 2014, they have gained over 1 million jobs, which is very big, and 88% of those jobs are full time jobs. Next up, we're going to go over some cultural information about Toronto, Ontario. So, first off, 50% of population is foreign born, meaning most people they weren't born in Canada. They were born elsewhere, which means they're very culturally diverse. Um, in Toronto, they have many different towns like Greektown, Chinatown, and Little India. Canada's Canada Toronto is Canada's leading producer for films and television. So now here are some business etiquette little tips for you for if you were to go to Toronto. First one is listen. That's a big key part when you go. Listening and not talking too much. They want you to be able to listen to them and remember what they're saying, but then they'll give you time to speak. Next up is positivity, which is a big one. I feel like anywhere you go, it's no one wants you to come in and start acting all negative. No matter what's going on in your life, you want to act positive for them to make sure that, I don't know, to keep a good attitude. Next one up is focus on others. This kind of goes with the first one in listening. You want to make sure you have your focus on other people when they are talking. If you're not talking, make sure you're quiet and listening. And it's always important to listen to what they are saying. So maybe you can have a couple questions for when they're done talking to show you were listening. Next up is be punctual. Be punctual just means you're on time, you got all your resources, and you're very organized. That's a big thing when you're going in front of another business and trying to get them to buy stuff you are providing. So make sure you're on time, 15 minutes early, always, even earlier than that, and have all your stuff organized. And the last one is be polite. Just be polite everywhere you go. This shouldn't just be in a business setting, but it is very important. Next up, we're going to be talking about some travel items you're going to need when you're going to Toronto. So, first one for anybody in the US where our business is located, you need a valid United States passport. That's all you need to get into Canada, and it'll keep you good while you're there. Next, we're going to be talking about some of the clothing for the summer, which is when we will be going. So for midday around noon, you're going to want something like shorts and a t-shirt, as it can get a high of anywhere from 70 to 80 during the summer in Toronto. Next up, I have a pair of short or pants and maybe a sweatshirt, because during late afternoon towards nighttime, it gets anywhere from around 50 to 60 degrees, which can be quite chilly. Also, I put you are going to need some business casual clothing, or some just business clothing, as you are going to be going and presenting in front of people, and you always want to look nice and dress the part when you're doing that. Next up, I have laptop slash materials for presentation. This is definitely something you're going to need as you're going there for your job. You're going to need a nice laptop or something maybe you can present onto a TV to have a nice visual for whoever you're presenting for. And then also other materials, maybe like a handout, a pamphlet to give everyone about your company and what they can do for them. And then also the last thing I have is a backpack. Backpack, just a nice small backpack where you can maybe keep your laptop, your phone, chargers, a water bottle, a portable charger, just to make it easy on yourself when you're walking from place to place or you get in a cab for easy transport. Next up is potential clients. So the first potential client I found was Virgin Mobile. They are located on 720 King Street West in Toronto, Canada. They are an internet provider, and they provide fun and hardworking work environments. And they also, something that caught my eye is that they do something called Virgin Mobile Regeneration in Canada. And this is really cool because it's Virgin Mobile takes the time, money, and assets they have to help kids who are homeless or troubled, and to help them in ways of giving them food, maybe somewhere to stay like that, which is really cool. The next potential client for us is Wave Financial Incorporated. They are based out of 235 Carlo Avenue, Suite 105 in Toronto, Canada. They provide financial management or software for entrepreneurs and other small businesses to get them started and to help out. They look to attract, retain, and grow world-class talent, which is something that our company here likes to do, and we look for in any other company that we want to get part of. And last but not finally, we have things to do in Toronto, maybe when you and your team has some downtime. So first off, if you're into sports, they have an NHL, NBA, MLB, and MLS team. So obviously, NHL hockey, NBA basketball, MLB baseball, and MLS soccer. If you're into any of those sports, they have a team. They have all those teams. So you and your team can maybe go sit down and watch one of the games. Another thing they have that's nice is they have a bunch of beaches where when it's during the summer and 80 degrees out, you and your team may want to head down to the beach, relax and chill, and go into the nice, cool, refreshing water. And then lastly, we have streets and food festivals. In downtown Toronto, they have a lot of these festivals where if you're hungry, maybe go get a nice bite to eat, or maybe later at night, you can go down and walk through the streets of all the performers and things like that. And then I just have works cited. Thank you guys all for listening. I'll talk to you guys later.